no, dog.
But it wasn't
no,
a dog.
was definitely a rabbit.
Oh, it was, because she said it was.
And she's even got a name for it.
Yes, and I can't remember what it was.
Stew.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So that was Corrie Hall, and from there we went up towards Glenelg. To Moyle Park, another independent one.
Yeah.
Again, used to be a CS.
Was it?
Used to be CS,
Okay.
and no longer is. It's now independent, and you fell in love with that place.
Oh, fabulous. Waking up, looking out, and seeing a buzzard sat within 2 or 3 metres of the van on the fence, just looking for its breakfast. And it was just so quiet. Oh, it was fabulous. Loads of walks directly from the site. Not a big site.
No,
Not
long
a big site
and
at
thin.
all.
Long and thin.
Gas. No, I will keep saying gas, won't I?
It's the sprouts.
Electric, water.
And a slightly convoluted way of getting shot of your grey water.
Yeah.
Black waste, no major problem with that. Just the usual, lift the grate and tip it in and rinse it off. The grey water, if you've got a pump on your tank, you're fine.
Yeah.
If you haven't got a pump on your tank, you're probably going to need a waste master or ramps. Actually, that has occurred to me. If I'd ramped the back of the van up, it might have gone out. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
We managed anyway.
It's still a lovely place, and you've got the lovely sounds of babbling brooks and the wonderful prospect of evading Highland cattle that appear to be either over-friendly or slightly vicious, depending on how pregnant you think they are. I don't trust cows. I've never trusted cows. I never will trust cows. I would rather be in a field with a bull, because you know where you stand with a bull.
They had free rein, didn't they? They
Yes.
weren't fenced in or anything, but that was fine. I mean, it was just fabulous. You were surrounded by mountains.
Yes.
3 sides, mountains
On the mainland.
on the mainland, and looking further out.
Down the glen.
Thank you.
And down the glen.
Was the mountains on Skye, the Isle of Skye, and you couldn't see the sea.
No.
But it was just fabulous. And if there was any low cloud, you would see it coming along, and great.
And Glenelg is where they've got that turntable ferry.
Yes, it is.
So you can sit on the turntable ferry. It wasn't open when we were there, and still isn't. And you can sing. You can speed bonny boat like a bird on the wing over the sea to sky.
Might leave in there next time.
Would you?
Yeah.
Take me fishing rod and a
Well,
barbecue.
yes,
I'll be
it's
fine.
somewhere I would definitely go back to.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Without
Yeah.
a shadow of a doubt. So I had 4 nights there.
Yes.
It's a dark sky site with moisture curtains while we were there. It pittled it down. Absolutely blasted it down, but it didn't matter. It was lovely.
No, it was fabulous.
So from there, we went to Bunroy Park, in a part of the world that we know reasonably well, because we used to holiday quite a lot over there.
We used to go up fly fishing and walking and that stuff.
all that kind of stuff. So Bunroy Park was in a part of the world that we know quite well, and what an absolutely glorious sight that is. Again, right beside the river. I like being beside rivers.
So do I.
And just the nature around there, the colours, the vistas, the walks, the atmosphere, the people that run it are cracking.
Yeah.
It's clean as you would like. It's laid out really nice. Hard standing if you want it, grass standing if you don't. Beautiful, absolutely
They were lovely people. and
Yes,
It is their livelihood.
yes.
It's not a sideline.
No,
They put a lot
independent
of
again.
money into it.
Well, it's an
and-
affiliated site, isn't it? Affiliated to. It's affiliated to the Caravan and Camping Club, I think.
Probably. It's lovely anyway.
It's really nice.
And it, in a way, he said when we got there, we said, oh, you know how nice it was, and he said, well, you can stay until April if you want.
I wish we bloody had.
Well, I know.
If it hadn't been for Nippy Sturgeon getting her knickers in a twist and us not knowing what she was going to come up with.
I know.
Because we had thought at one point, you know, if you were a Sassenach and you were up there when she locked it down, they would just come and lock our heads off with big claymores or something. Because you never know with sturgeon. Is that too political?
Yes. You'll cut that bit out.
I won't.
You will.
I won't? All right, I will.
But no, lovely place. Lovely place.
Absolutely glorious.
Lovely facilities.
Yes.
Right on the river.
Clean as a clean thing.
Well, I'm saying it's right on the river. It is right on the river, but you can't actually see the river from
where we were parked.
Site, unless you're in the camping bit, which is a bit nearer.
Yes.
Only because of a few rows of trees.
Yes.
Well-established trees.
Beautiful place.
And again, you can walk to the right, you can walk to the left, you can... Oh, it's lovely.
It is really nice.
Really nice.
Really nice.
Yeah.
So those were the places we went. We would have gone further, we would have gone other places, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately. No. Further restrictions have meant we are now sat in Tier 4.
Yes.
So, going back, it's kind of tears for souvenirs, that's all they've left of me. Different kind of tears though, isn't it? Yeah. Same sort of tears. Anyway, so what have we learned in our fairly short travels? Well, I've got a little list here. One of the first things we've learned is we don't actually like the van as much as we thought we would. I
would say that when the time is right, we will change it for a variety of reasons. Let's go with the storage under the kitchen sink. Oh, there's lots of things that don't suit us. Like the stuff under the kitchen. It looked fine when you're looking at it, and it's only when you come to use it you discover you can't get your utensils stored anywhere sensible without you get a roll to put them in. More stuff to buy. Then the door dropped off, as has been seen on film. How embarrassing is that? It shouldn't have. But it happens. Well, I know, but it shouldn't. No, it shouldn't. It should have been built. The amount of bloody money was spent on this, that should be solid as a rock, and it isn't. The queen bed, you love it. Yeah, it's fine for me. No good for two of us, though. It's no good for both of us. See, because I'm not a small boy. I'm not a skinny little, 8-stone fella in Yorkshire. I'm a properly built Geordie-ish lad, and there's not the room for the two of us in there. And even if there was, you've got to work out who's going to need the loo first, or most, and they've got to be on the offside. Yeah, it doesn't work for us. It's not feasible. It doesn't work for us. It's not feasible. More's the pity. More's the shame. So I have the bed and David makes the other one up. I put the front bed up, the front bed in here. Thankfully we haven't got one of those drop down ones because I just don't like them. That was so the queen bed. I put this front bed down. It takes us 20-30 seconds to put it together and make it work, and that's fine. It's lovely, it's grand. I'm very comfortable on that in my Duvelet sleeping bag, one-sided thing without a zip, which is marvellous, by the way. I love me Duvelet. You've got a Duvelet overlay. No. I've got a Duvelet mattress, but the van came with the mattress. It has a Duvelet mattress and a Duvelet. And I have a duvet. A Duvelet duvet. Yes. Why I want to call it a Duvelet overlay, I don't know. There's a song in there somewhere. Well, I'm sure there is. Yes. So yes, that's an issue, which we'll address in a minute. And things have broken or came broken. This thing here. The rear view camera system jobby. It was working fine, wasn't it? Until we went to Scotland, and then it just went, no, not working. Boom, gone. Can't see out the back. Lush. Thankfully, in terms of driving and reversing, that doesn't bother us because I can manage quite happily with the wing mirrors. So I don't miss it, but it would be nice if it worked because it's supposed to. The hob lid, the lid on the gas hobs, will it hell stay up? I have spent ages up and down flaming ramps getting this thing as level as it's possible to be. Will it stay up? No.
Ergo, gaffer tape. If it moves and it shouldn't, it gets gaffer taped. If it doesn't move and it should, WD-40. We haven't had much of that. One of the things I didn't put on the list is the gas locker. Hinges from the top, right? So it comes up over, which is fine if the up over is to where my hand is now up here, but when the up over is just below my belt height, that is not good. I'm 6'2" on a good day, and I've battered my head to bits changing a bloody gas cylinder in there. It was horrible. Took ages. Should take 30 seconds. Took ages. Horrible. What else is wrong with it? Oh, the solar controller thingy. The one that's in the cupboard over the cooker, which strikes me as being a stupid place to put electronics. It's supposed to have green lights on when it's working, and when Benson showed us through the van, he says, we know that's not showing anything. It is still working, it's just not showing anything. So I said, well, how will I know it's working? Oh, he says, you'll see it on the sergeant thing, the bit above the door. So I had a look at the sergeant thing on the bit above the door. I've never seen it being above 0.3 watts. And the solar panel on the top sticks more than that out. 180 watts, I think it is. It's a lot anyway. I've never seen it move on there. Anyway, now the lights come on. I don't know what that means. But they're going to have a look at that. The kitchen door, as we said, has dropped to bits, waste of time. And possibly more significantly, and one of the reasons I would like to consider looking at another van, is the Fiat engine occasionally cuts out with no advanced warning. It's like the electronics have just gone, ugh. Thankfully I know how to fix it. Turn it off, turn it back on again while you're moving. Starts up straight away. You don't even need to use the starter motor. You can just pull the clutch back up. Boing, off she goes, giving it a bump start. But I tell you what, when you're halfway around a bend, it does make your bottom go like a bunny's nose. Not good. So yes, what else have we learned? Now, as I've just said, I'm 6'2" on a good day, aren't I? Deep pockets and short arms. I can't reach the handbrake lever in any way sensibly. You end up, and we've all done it. Even Bob cannot get his to go off properly all the time, Bob Earnshaw. You'll hear in a lot of Bob's videos, beep, 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 damned handbrake. Horrible. So we've put a handbrake extension on. I'm pleased we have. It was bloody raining now. It was whatever it was, 75, 80 quid, and worth every penny, because I can now put it on and off with absolutely no bother at all. I'm really pleased with that. That's excellent.
I mean, you must say that you can't straighten your right arm anyway because of an accident you had years ago. So it is going to be difficult. We were going to have to look for something.
Yes.
And we found it. So that was good. That was really good.
Still can't do handbrake turns in Vandromeda though. I've tried, can't.
Yeah, but I mean, what I'm saying is that from a lot of people will be fine with it.
Oh, short ass. Yeah. Short people will be, but tall people, people who have longer top bodies, you see, this is...
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, it's there, so that's fine. The silver screen. Again, watching Bob Earnshaw and others, and they all said, oh, you want a silver screen? And what the hell's all that about? So I thought, well, we'll get one. What a difference it makes.
It's lovely.
An external one that goes outside. And it's cracking. It really is. It stops any condensation on the inside. I know it's condensation. I know. Stops any condensation on the inside. Keeps the place lovely and warm up the front here, doesn't it? And a really good idea. We can get it on in what? 30 seconds?
Oh, I would say a minute, but it's not long.
Takes longer to take it off than it does to get it on, because you've got kind of slightly winded.
It's easy with two people.
Much easier with two people, yes. And we store that in the shower, which leaks. Shower tray leaks. We don't quite know why the shower tray leaks, but the shower tray leaks, so that's got to be looked at as well.
Well, it leaks when you're having a shower.
Well, it wouldn't leak any other time, would it?
It would if you put stuff in it. This is what I'm saying.
Oh, right. Yes, leaks when you're having a shower, which is not a good idea, because you don't really want water running all over the lavabogatory floor, as my wife keeps pointing out. Aim properly, she says. Anyway, yes, so that's there. And finally, the thing that we learned, the thing that I learned quite quickly, is you want pots and pans that haven't got handles if you like cooking, and I like cooking. So you need pots and pans that don't have handles. So we got a set of those Ingenio, Tefal Ingenio things, and what a cracking set of pans they are. I promise, I will do a video where I cook and show you how I use them, and you'll see. They're such a good idea because there's so little room on that hob. Not a lot of room at all. Which brings us onto the fourth section, future plans.
Well, for the moment, we're not going anywhere, are we?
No. We might have weekends away on Costa del Drive.
Yeah, but that's nothing new, is it?
No, we've done that before.
Yeah. The novelty of that's wearing off a bit. We've done it so often.
This is true.
But never mind. Never mind. We will get somewhere.
At some point.
We want to go back and do the rest of Scotland that we didn't do. Up the west coast.
Oh, the northwest. Yes, northwest coast.
I'm not bothered about the, 500.
No,
I'm
too
not bothered
expensive.
about that.
Too commercialised now, that.
But there's places that we want to do up there. I want to go down towards Hereford, that way, and see Richard and Rachel.
Number one nephew.
Yeah.
Yes. There's all kinds of places we want to go.
Well, there's lots of family that I have on my side that don't live locally to us, and of course we haven't seen them for
Donkey's yonks.
Yeah, be about a year now.
Possibly even more.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to go and see them.
When we can, we will.
Go south.
With with all due, what's its name, and doohickey. Oh,
Yes.
Diligence, get you?
Yeah, I know.
Yes, with all doohickey, we'll get away when we can. But as you might have gathered, looking at changing the van, and this is really what we've learned. Now you keep telling me that folks, and I believe that this is true, that it takes you 3 vans to find you the one you want.
Well, I've spoken to people that have said that. Yeah.
Well,
and they're on number 2. I'm thinking, okay, right.
Well, we'll have a little decision tree thing go on here. Right. Queen bed's no good.
We want twin beds.
Want twin, and I blame Bob and Jenny for this.
No.
You don't?
No.
Oh, I do. I don't blame them, I credit them.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Credit them with it. They look to be extremely happily married, do Bob and Jenny.
Yes.
And yet they sleep in separate beds at the back of their Contiki Sport, whatever number it is. It'll have 3 digits in it. And they seem very comfortable with that. Now, I think Bob goes to bed later than Jenny because he's sitting editing video. Anybody seeing a pattern here? Say, I sit and edit video until the cat's dragged itself back in. Not that we've got a cat, you understand, but you know what I mean. And I'd be more than happy to have twin beds, but I want a big garage as well. I do. So that's going to mean a German layout, one of those ones where you've got little bits of steps going up to the 2 twin beds, and then there's a bit I don't understand that joins the top end of the twin beds together. I don't know what that's for, but I do have ideas of what it could be used for. So I like the look of that. We'll need a fairly big one because, again, we need a large lavabo, one that's properly. I'm convinced, little cough. I'm convinced when they design these things, whether the Italian, French, German, Yorkshire, whatever, it's how much do you weigh, son? What, 9 stone? Come here and make sure this toilet works. Sit on it, make sure you're fit. Is it all right? Oh, lovely. Good lad, thank you very much. Off you go. They never think about getting Big Bertha and Big Billy down to stick their fat backsides on and say, can you manage? Do they?
No.
I mean, for goodness sake.
Well, there's a couple we've seen.
There's a couple we've seen, yes. They're mostly German built. They're mostly from the Heimer stable.
Yeah, so we're going to have to wait a while before we can go and view any of those.
Well, there's not that many places that do them in the UK.
Exactly.
So German layout, big garage, and the big garage is because I want to take barbecues away with us. I need somewhere to put my tripod. It would be nice to chuck the silver screen into a big garage rather than have to bring it in and get it into the shower, especially if it's been hurling it down with water, so you don't drip water everywhere inside. That would be nice. And then there is the potential for a motorised form of transport to go in there. One of these Yamaha Tri-Cities, or there's loads and loads of them about, that you can get into a big garage, where the big garage has got the carrying capacity. Now I know the Heimers, for instance, can do 350 up to 450 kilograms payload in the garage. So there you go. I don't want to drop down front bed, not interested by that. That makes no sense to me. But I believe in the Heimers you can have that set up as storage.
Probably.
So it's a little drop down cupboardy thing where you put your socks and your knickers and stuff like that. I don't know whether you can get it without the drop down thing at all. That would be even better. And I'll be honest, I do fancy the fully integrated ones, so you haven't got these woody bits sticking out necessarily. I mean, I've seen some that cost $750,000, and quite frankly, I've got one kidney spare. It doesn't work, but they don't find that out until they plumb it in somewhere else. I'm sure I could get the money. Yes, so that's kind of where it would be, and with a bigger kitchen, a better kitchen.
Well, yeah, but I don't know that you're going to get one that's any bigger, but we'll look, we'll find that isn't a, the priority is the sleeping arrangements.
Sleeping arrangements, yes.
That is number one.
That is number one. That is definitely what it is.
So we'll see what that comes with. It may be that we have to, you know, what's the word?
Hire?
Forgo
certain
things to get the sleeping arrangements in the garage that you want.
Yes.
So, you know,
in order of priority, sleeping arrangements, lavabogatory, garage. Because I can do without a trike. You know, if necessary, I can send you to the chip shop to get the fish and chips.
Of course.
So sleeping arrangements, lavabogatory, garage, kitchen. After that, I'm easy, really. As long as there's plenty of room to chill out.
Yeah.
And enjoy life. That'll be it.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting back out again, and we keep popping in here, don't we, and sitting. And
oh, I do like to come in here and have a sit down and a fertile on.
Nice and quiet, and leave the phones in the house.
Yes.
Not that I've done that late, but
no.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's it.
But lovely. Look, the future will bring what it will bring. Que sera, sera, as they say. What will be, will be. And I'd like to think that we'd get to see a few of you out there on the road, as it were.
Yeah.
And can we say a big thank you to everybody that has subscribed thus far, because we're over 200 now.
I know.
From a standing start, I'm over the moon with that. That's fabulous. It really is nice. Tell all your friends about, you know, the fat lad and his gorgeous wife that makes luscious banana cake, and no, you're not having any. That's for me. It's mine. What was I going to say? Yes, share it with all your friends. Tell them that we exist. Let them, you know, see that we're out there and see whether they like it. They might not, and that's fine. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. We're not going to push anybody. I'm not going to beg. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm not going to beg. Yeah, you know, the thumbs up. There's a script for this, isn't there?
Yeah. Apparently.
Nah. Subscribe if you wanna. Ring the bell if you wanna. Give it a thumbs up if you wanna. But the one thing I will say, this is the only bit that's properly scripted. If you do give it a thumbs down, if you don't like it, tell us why, please, because we can't put it right if we don't know why. Can we?
No.
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 And the thing is, Jill reads the comments, and when she reads the comments, if I've got something wrong, you make sure I put it right, don't you?
Well, try to. We try to put it right.
She's a beast.
Otherwise, there's no point anybody writing anything, is there?
That's it, exactly.
You can't react to it.
You can't.
So yeah, let us know, and can give him something else to keep him out my hair for a while. Right.
That's it then.
Take care, everybody.
Yes. Keep yourselves safe.
Yep.
Look after each other as to the very, very best of your abilities, and as soon as you possibly can, enjoy the roads, enjoy the skies, but most of all, enjoy your lives. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye bye everybody. Bye bye. Good kiss.
Okay.